Hey guys, welcome to my channel, The Friendly Photographer. Today we're going to try to fix a little thing on the Ford Ranger here. So let's get to it. Part one of fixing up my truck would be this little shifter knob here. As you can see here, I'm working on the radio right now. That's in here. This part to connect this to the stock is coming today. But today we're going to be working on a shifter knob. Now here's a shifter knob from another Ford Ranger, but this does not fit. It's pretty loose actually. So we're going to try to build ourselves a new one. Now to do this, I guess I could choose from many materials, including wood, plastic, probably some kind of polymer, or even resin if I wanted to try to do that. But today we're gonna stick with wood because I have a lot of little wood scraps that I can whittle down. So out of the many little wood scraps we have in here, we have little small pieces and a ton of these shavings. I'd love to make something kind of look colored, more like this, with like the little lines, but I don't have any big scraps of that. I do have this scrap right here, which would kind of be fun to make into a little knob. I don't know, maybe grip it like that. Yeah. We got this one right here, which is pretty much already in a knob shape. I think I'm just gonna drill out that and then round it off and add some oil or just get it nice and finished. So let's get to work. So the idea is that I can turn on this little sander disc here that spins like so, and then kind of just round this thing off. Time to head back to the wood shop. I'm gonna be working on just this piece because I think that's all I need to complete this little task that I have here. Something that recently happened is the tripod to my camera gimbal broke off. So the gimbal's broken and it can't stand on its own. So I think I'm gonna have to film this by hand, just set it down and film without a gimbal. So there's this little Milwaukee shifter SanDisk, if that's what you call it. So when you turn it on, so pretty much it doesn't even spin that much, you can see. It just spins and vibrates and shuffles back and forth. So I'm gonna see if I can do anything to this. Just a tiny bit did that, and I don't think I can do that for that long. So I think I'm gonna get something else to expedite the process. First, I'm replacing this sandpaper with this sandpaper because this is a higher grit. We'll see if this does anything different. I mean, it did a good amount. So I've been setting it down my legs like this and then just pushing it onto it, and I've kind of rounded off the sharp corners so it's more round, I guess. I'm gonna try to sand off those little white dots, but I'm gonna keep the center dot because I think I'm going to push it all the way through, drill a hole all the way through so I can fit it on there and then put a plug in there of different color of wood. Then I'll epoxy it or do something. Time lapse commence. I'm picking this little piece right here, fold it in half. Now this thing is like the finest grit ever known to man. Like it's not even, it's 400. So anyway, I'm gonna try to. Okay, I've done that and it's actually considerably more smooth. Like, here's the mic, I guess. It's really, really smooth. So, that's that. It looks pretty good, I guess, for a shifter knob. My original goal was to make it round, but To make it round, I'd have to like cut off so much, and that would have taken forever. So the two colors looks pretty good. Now moving on to the third step would be drilling out the hole to actually put it onto the stick shift. So let's go do that. So here is the original ball, and this is a little bit too big. So I'm trying to find a size that'll fit this. Okay, looking at this right here, it's about the third to last one. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to drill that out. Now, I tested the little drill bit, it works perfectly, but I wanna drill in from this side. So when it's on the stick, it looks like, like that. So I'm gonna try to drill a hole in there, off to the wood shop. Okay, this is what I'm looking for right here. This little thing, back into the garage. Okay, that took a long time. So I used this little step bit here, if that's what that's called. I just made that name up, where it goes like that. And so I did it all the way to the second to last one because I don't want to go all the way through. I have these bigger bits, like this size. Okay, so here we go. Took a long time, but I did it. Now I'm gonna try this big bit here and just kind of widen it up, because it does need to be widened. It does get smaller in the middle. Well, I think I might have done it. Garage. This big drill bit right there. Let's see if it fits. Just to like that third one in there. See the little rings? Those are different levels. So I have to get a bigger drill bit. Now I just thought of an alternative way. I could probably take a file and I could probably stick it in there and just file down the sides of the hole, and maybe that would make it just a little bit bigger. Now back to that wooden one that I've been working on. We're gonna have to somehow make this hole wide enough. So I'm just gonna keep looking for stuff. For the past, I'd say maybe 10, 20 minutes, I've just been taking this big drill bit, which is just a lot smaller than the hole I actually want. And I've just been ringing it around, so gunning it and just doing that kind of thing. And I finally got to a stage where when I put it on, it goes on and then kind of locks in place, which is exactly what I want. So there's gonna be a little hole right here. But I mean, it's gonna stay like that, and it's dark, so it'll look cool when I stain it. So I think this is what it looks like. Final step is I think I'm gonna go put some oil on it and then let that dry and show you guys what it looks like. So I got a handle for the sanding pad. This is a smaller grit than this one, so I'm just gonna finish off sanding this so when I do oil it, it'll look nice and smooth. Okay, to put some oil on this wood here, I'm gonna have a little paper towel here and then a tiny bit of olive oil, and I'm just going to put the tiniest bit of olive oil on that paper towel here. Fold it once more. That much, I'd say, is honestly almost too much. You don't need a lot of this. But here we go. Wow, the color coming out on this looks really good. Wow, that looks really good. I'm gonna add just a tiny bit more olive oil. And take off the exterior oil, or some exterior oils. Okay, I think that's it for the oiling. The lighting didn't give it justice. Here it is. Not obviously the best looking shifter knob, but I think it'll fare for what I'm trying to do today. Now I thought I'd maybe fill the hole in the top here. There's no need to, since it does stop when I put it on the stick. But I was thinking, what would I fill it with? And I have a lot of cork. So what if I took the piece of cork and shoved it in that top hole and then wood glued it closed? If I make a second video about making DIY shifter knobs, comment down below what you guys would like to see, what materials you'd like to see me use to make this, because I'd love to just mess around with this. So let's see how it looks on the truck. Here's the shifter stick right here, and here's the homemade knob right there. So I think just place it on there. It's a tiny bit loose, but then smack it on, and there we go. Now, the guy who had this before me put a tiny bit of Loctite, I think, on it. And I do have some Loctite, so I might put that on there, but there it is. Wooden knob. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this kind of content of me just making some random stuff, or if you just enjoy trucks, fishing, photography, anything, please subscribe or consider subscribing, because it does really help my channel a lot. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.